Vatijana Rama Yasudanandana Rajajana Yamuna Chira Radha Yamuna Chira Yasudanandana Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunjali Hare. Yadijara Rama, Nidvaranari, Yadijara Rama, Nidvaranari, Yasudanandana, Yadijara Rama, Ramanachira, Welcome to Sunday Festival program.
Thank you for your time, for coming to chant holy names, to discuss and read, to hear Bhagavad-Gita, and to take Shri Bhagavad Prasadam. And now I will speak about Bhagavad-Gita as it is. His translation and commentary, His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society of Krishna Consciousness. And we will read text number 4.1. Please chant mantra together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Chapter number 4, Transcendental Language. Yes, number 1. Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Praktavamahamayayam.
Praktavamahamayayam.
Vivasvan Manave Praham.
Vivasvan Manave Praham.
Mamurikshva Kave Bravit.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Praktavamahamayayam.
Praktavamahamayayam.
Vivasvan Manave Praham.
Vivasvan Manave Praham.
Mamurikshva Kave Bravit.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Praktavanahamayayam.
Praktavanahamayayam.
Vivasvan Manave Praham.
Vivasvan Manave Praham.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Please chant.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Proktavan Aham Avyayam.
Proktavan Aham Avyayam.
Vivasvan Manave Prana.
Vivasvan Manave Prana.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Proktavan Aham Avyayam.
Proktavan Aham Avyayam.
Vivasvan Manave Praha.
Vivasvan Manave Prana.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Imam Vivasvate Yogam.
Proktavan Aham Avyayam.
Proktavan Aham Avyayam.
Vivasvan Manave Praha.
Vivasvan Manave Prana.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Mataji, please. Okay, translation of the verse. The personality of Godhead Lord Shri Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the Sangha Vivasvan, and Vivasvan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Purport of Srila Prabhupada, which is quite long, more than maybe 2 pages. We will read first part and discuss. Purport. Herein we find the history of Bhagavad-Gita traced from a remote time when it was delivered to the royal order of all planets, beginning from the Sun planet. The kings of all planets are especially meant for the protection of the inhabitants, and therefore the royal order should understand the science of Bhagavad-Gita in order to be able to rule the citizens and protect them from material bondage to lust. Human life is meant for cultivation of spiritual knowledge. in eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the executive heads of all states and all planets are obliged to impart this lesson to the citizens by education, culture, and devotion. In other words, the executive heads of all states are intended to spread the science of Krishna consciousness so that the people may take advantage of this great science and pursue a successful path utilizing the opportunity of the human form of life. Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Jnana Gyananjana Shalakam Chakshuru Militamina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vacham Pangam Gatingin Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Gurvinataranam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarini. One time more translation. In the personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu, in turn, instructed it to Ikshvaku. It is a very, very important verse of Bhagavad-Gita. This is history of transcendental knowledge in our universe. And source of this knowledge is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is root of all transcendental knowledge of our universe. And Lord Shri Krishna said, I gave instructions of Bhagavad-Gita to Vivaswan, the sun god, and after them Vivaswan to Manu, the father of all human beings, and after then Manu gave this instruction, the same instruction, to Ikshvaku, first king of our planet, Bharatavarsha. It is history of this knowledge. And Arjuna asked Lord Shri Krishna in that moment in Bhagavad Gita was not maybe how many, what age was Lord Shri Krishna? 100 years? Like this? At least less than 150 years. And Arjuna asked, how for you possible to give instructions of Bhagavad Gita to demigod of God, sun god Vivaswan? Because Vivaswan is very old, and you are 100 years old only. And Lord Shri Krishna said, you cannot remember about this. We have a lot of incarnations in this world. I have a lot of incarnations like Varaha, Vamana, Ramachandra. And you was together with me, but you forgot about this. But I can remember. It is explanation how it possible. Lord Shri Krishna gave instructions to Sangat Vivaswan. Not in this incarnation. And for what reason? And this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is main knowledge for all kings, all leaders of all states, and all leaders of all planets in our universe, and in all universes in material world. And what is the end essence of this transcendental knowledge of Bhagavad Gita? For what reason all kings and leaders need to know the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita? Because Bhagavad Gita is protection, conditioned souls, all citizens, from lusty desires, from material desires. Now our civilization is very materialistic, an idea of government and all political parties to satisfy all material desires of citizens, of human beings. But idea, the knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita is weapon, Shastra, it is Astra, weapon for protection all materialistic conditioned soul. Protection, knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita means protection from material desires. Our material desires is not our friends. Our material desires like diseases. We need protected our body from all problems. For example, COVID, pandemic, a lot of protection, masks, some vaccination, a lot of things. The same thing, material desires are problems, and Bhagavad Gita is vaccination. For protection, citizens, conditioned souls from influence of material desires. And in this commentary, Srila Prabhupada gave us 3 lines of activity. First is education. Second, culture. And third, devotion or religion. It is 3 types of protection. 3 channels. First, religion. Now, religion is not very popular. All reality of spiritual world, all spiritual knowledge can be manifested in education, in culture, and in religion or devotion. For example, tomorrow we will have Harinam. Harinam, it is holy name in form of religion. It is religious process, Harinam, Nagara Sankirtana. We will put Sarit Hoti, use religion instruments, yes, Mridangas and Karatalas. It is a religion activity. And people will understand it is a religious party. And not so big number of citizens of Helsinki will join to Hare Krishna, Harinama, for example. 20 or 30 devotees will start from the center of some part of Helsinki. And the same number, 20 or 30, will came back to the temple. Because religious party, who will reject all things, job and family, and join? Oh, not so big number, not so big interest. But one time I was in Russian Federation in Ural region, it is some special mountain region, and the devotee said, now we will have Harinam, please come. I said, no time, no force. It is very interesting because leader is very powerful, Kirtaniya. He will come back with 30 or 50 or 100 new volunteers after Harinam. Wow, it is interesting. And he started to sing, and that evening, 30 or 40 new, absolutely new people joined to Harinama and came to the temple. It is Harinam. Harinam means the number of party will increase in the end. It is good Harinam. I saw it is in Russia. It is not so religious country. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow the powerful Kufananta Vardhana Maharaj. Maybe 200. We'll see. But possible to spread holy names, but by 2 another ways. Education, for example, organize a seminar about transcendental sound. How transcendental sound can pacify our mind or clean our heart and consciousness. Seminar, very good, with some trainings. This mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, this is Narasimha mantra, this is another mantra, please take part, very wonderful. And The people who will have desire to take part in this educational seminar may be bigger than people who join to Harinam, maybe, because education is more acceptable in Finland, I think, than religion process. And third way is culture. Culture. We can organize concepts in Krishna consciousness. You need to translate, help me. For example, my friend, he left body, sorry, and he was a musician, and he sang in kindergarten, very regular programs. He played guitar, and sing with some group of devotees. And sing the words in his song were снег ты не тай, потому что еще не май. Some Russian words, не тай, and не май. But translation, what is translation?
It's a play of words. He was playing with holy names of Lord Gauranga, Lord Nityananda, but he made it in the nice poetry so that local people can chant it without knowing that they're chanting the holy name. So he played a trick with them.
Yes. Nitai in Russian, don't, dear snow, please don't disappear. Nitai. Tide is this disappearance of snow and ice. Nitai. My dear snow, nitai. And May, it is months. Because now is not May. Ni Mai. Not May, please. My dear snow, not disappear. It is kinder song like this. And all hundreds of children in Moscow chant Nitai, Nimai. There's some trick, yes. But for one time, Indradyumna Swami, Bhakti-Vringa Govinda Maharaj traveled in Middle Asia, and was 2 cars together with Maharaj and some devotees. And it was a little bit dangerous place because Muslim people sometimes quite aggressive, oppose some another religions. But in one place, Govinda Maharaj, it is village place, and Govinda Maharaj said, "Oh, what is a big party? So big party, maybe 1,000 people in one place." And devotee said, "It is wedding ceremony, marriage ceremony. Okay, we need to go and chant kirtan." "Oh no, Maharaj, no, so big number, 1,000, we cannot protect you. No, Maharaj, no. He said, "But it is свадьба как по-английски? Marriage ceremony, it is festival." And he came and tried to go to the center of this party, and in the beginning of his moving, some people were aggressive. Well, who is it? But Govinda Maharaj said, immediately asked, "Where is the seniors in this party?" And all said, "Okay, in the center, our old age grandfathers, our leaders." Okay, and he came to these grandfathers, very old persons, and immediately, and he asked them, what happens? It is marriage ceremony. And one old man said, "You looks like monarch." "Yes, I'm monarch." "Ah, spiritual person. You came to our ceremony. It is very good. Please give blessings. Please give blessings to our new family." And Maharaj said, "No, I will sing." And all said, "It is the best." And he started to sing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare. And he started to dance, and all the devotees started to dance, and after some minutes, all chant Hare Krishna, all dancing, all partying, hundreds and hundreds, maybe 15 or 30 minutes danced. And after then, Govinda Maharaj said, I'm in a hurry, sorry, all the best, all my blessings to all of you, I need to go. And all persons, all leaders said, oh, it's the best marriage ceremony in our life. And question why? The Muslim persons against the Harinam in the street religion procession, but very happy with this kirtan of Bhakti Govinda Maharaj. Because first is religion process, and third is cultural process. We need to spread Krishna consciousness in the way of religion, in the way of education, and in the way of culture. The same situation, Bhagavad-Gita. We can discuss this like religious tractate book. Yes, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. We need to surrender. It is not philosophy. It is word of Supreme Personality. And Supreme Personality of God personally gave this knowledge to you. And you. And you. And you. And you need to surrender and follow. It is a religion process. It is very good, but not so big number of our time European people will surrender immediately. But if we organize big screen and set transcendental knowledge, timeless philosophy, the essence of Indian yoga process, seminar, 5 days. Okay, hundreds of people will come. Why? It's the same Bhagavad-Gita, another way, not religion, but education. If it is a cultural way, for example, we organize Mahabharata and we organize theater of Mahabharata and theater of Bhagavad-Gita and theater of some another thing. Without discussion, only theater. It's moving, or movie or theater like this. It will be very good. Maybe millions of people will see by TV or, I don't know, in all channels. Why? Because it is culture. And Srila Prabhupada explained us, use 3 channels of distribution: religious channel, educational channel, and cultural channel. And the number of followers with bigger, first religion is not so big. Education in educational way bigger. In culture, maybe all people. Because culture is good. Indra Swami had some big problems with Catholic churches in Poland, maybe in 19th. And he changed idea. First period of his Poland tour was Harinam, it's a religious activity. But after some period of time, he changed. It is festival of Indian culture. No problem. Indian culture. It is Harinam, it is theater, it is another thing. Prasadam, Kirtan lecture Prasadam, culture. No problems, a lot of followers and friends. And today is very auspicious year, 2022. What is special in this year? This year, 100th anniversary of first meeting of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, with his eternal spiritual master, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada in Calcutta. This first meeting was in 1922. and now 2022, 100 years. And this year is very, very powerful, have special blessings for preaching. Because for first impulse for preaching, for Srila Prabhupada to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, Srila Prabhupada had in this 1922 years in Calcutta. Srila Prabhupada was a young boy, 25 years maybe, and he was together with his friend and Srila Prabhupada were from Vedic families. They were Vaishnavas, both were Vaishnavas. And a friend of Srila Prabhupada invited him to this first madh in Calcutta. And immediately, after half of a minute, immediately after first seconds of meeting, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of our ISKCON movement, said to Srila Prabhupada, why are you not yet spread Krishna consciousness all over the world? It was so interesting. First meeting, 1-2 minutes. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said, you need to spread Krishna consciousness with the mission of Lord Chaitanya all over the world. And after that, he said one time, after some years, one time more, and after that, so one time more in 1934, maybe 1-2 years before disappearance, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said the same message. You need to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. And first impulse to this preaching movement is gone. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati gave to Srila Prabhupada in 1922. And this year is very special because we celebrate the 100th anniversary of preaching, instruction for preaching in our world. 100th anniversary of impulse of preaching all over the world. Ki Jai. And we can use these blessings of this year for preaching. And our three main way of activity in Krishna consciousness: Kirtan, lecture, and prasadam. And we can organize every Kirtan and lecture and prasadam in three ways: religious way, and educational way, and cultural way. We have 9. 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to 9. We need to find what is more natural for us, or spread holy name, or spread prasadam, or spread Bhagavad-Gita. And in why type of way, or in religious mood, or in educational mood, or in cultural mood, and focus and do this. And we have a lot of preachers, because we need hundreds and thousands of preachers only in Finland. It is our mission. And we can do something. We need to meditate what is, for me, is better, prasadam or Bhagavad-Gita or philosophy or holy names. And in what way? Religious way, maybe okay, maybe not, maybe yes. For brahmachari, it's natural. For some other person, maybe not. Education, yes, need to explain this. Reincarnation, 3 modes of material nature. What does it mean surrender to Krishna? How to spiritualizing our life, right? Offering to Krishna all things in our family, and our business, and our social activity. It is education and culture. prasadam, a lot of seminars, vegetarian cooking seminars, or some degustation processions, or I don't know, anything. Some one my friend from Lithuania organized festivals, some birthday festivals or marriage festival, or some another things, even business festivals in some factory, but without alcohol and meat and fish. He organized all things. I organized very good prasadam without alcohol. I don't know, some wines. Now it's a lot of some imber ale. No, imber ale. It is ginger ale. Ginger ale. It is without alcohol. Looks like alcohol wine, for example. Yeah, possible to organize some cultural programs, some element of dancing, some competition between some persons, and in Krishna consciousness. It was quite successful. Culture moved. No devotees. He joined. He asked about this his friends, the leaders of companies and factories and some other organizations, and personal. You have 50th anniversary of your body. I can organize without meat, without alcohol. And after then, very interesting results. So interesting, so good. It was very funny, and no problems with alcohol, and very clear consciousness. It's fantastic. Because people have no alternative of meditating and wine and another drugs. And we need to organize cultural process, spread kirtan lecture person. It is very, very interesting. It is preaching for protecting conditioned souls from their material desires. It is our mission to help, to give protection, to give shelter for all people. Hare Krishna movement not only religious process. No, it is movement. It is quite wider. We need to help to any people, to any man and woman, any person, to be protected from material desires. Okay, and today, and now, after disappearance of Srila Prabhupada in 1977, we need to be very serious and be very stable in practice of Krishna consciousness, kirtan, lecture, and prasadam. And after that, we need to spread this three main practices all over the world. It is our mission. And everybody can take some role according to your desire, according to your nature, according to your time, and I don't know, and other things. It is invitation. Please ask leaders of Helsinki Temple, or you can organize some private processes. Please be active in mission. In the end of Bhagavad-Gita, in chapter number 18, Lord Krishna said, preacher is the dearest, most dear person. The person who is preaching Bhagavad-Gita. And our life is very short. We need to have special blessing of Lord Shri Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. And we need to preach, take part in preaching process. Please meditate about this and take your choice, or kirtan or lecture or prasadam, and style or religion or educational or cultural. Okay, I can stop here, and if you have some questions and some topics and debates, now is the time, we have some minutes. Is it interesting? Yeah, we have very wide, a lot of ways for preaching. Please use, please use. Somebody need to inspire all. Every month said, you need to take something, some way, some activity, please, please, please. Because it is protected us devotees from our material desires. Our material desires said for us, don't preach, and we need to have protection. We need to take preach process. Okay, so if you have some questions or comments or okay, if you have no question, we have 1 minute to our arati. Srila Prabhupada gave instruction for his disciples. Please distribute Gornitai ditties, even in the street, in the offices, and explain this is toys who can satisfy all your desires. Please take it. It is a cultural way of spreading Krishna consciousness. Yes, it's reality. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada was very creative. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Kirtan lecture and prasadam ki jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki jai. Helsinki Yatra ki jai. Tomorrow, Holy Name Festival ki jai.
His Grace Vishvavasu